Shower time. This is how my hair looks like at the end of the day after this routine. Still defined. Slightly less than this morning, but obviously that's expected. Crazy. I tried out this new routine a few days ago, and my hair has never looked this good at the end of the day. I will admit, this is a bit tedious, time-consuming. You're using a bunch of products that probably seems a lot, but it's like worth. There's a lot of hanging head upside down action going on. But I fear the girls are right about the work put into it, making it look good. I'm gonna go in depth on how my hair went like this, but I'm gonna talk about my lazy girl routine because this is definitely not gonna last me for like 3 weeks. Once exams pile up, I'm going back to my lazy girl routine. I don't got the time usually. I'll speedrun this. The night before, I finish showering, I dry my hair. It's a bit damp, it's not sopping wet though. Leave-in conditioner. I put it more on the ends, like from here to the ends. Not much on the top, it's gonna make it greasy. I scrunch it, I let it air dry, and that's that. I go to sleep. Then I wake up to flat hair. Flat, frizzy, bed hair. I revive it with just water. Spray more water than you think you need. If your hair is like mine, we have low porosity hair. It doesn't absorb water as well. There's a porosity test out there. Why should I put my conditioner? I'll show you a quick demonstration on how I know my hair is low porosity. Those water droplets are just sitting on my hair. If I had normal to like high porosity, those water droplets would have been absorbed by now, but they're just sitting there. So spray more water than you need to. Work in it a lot more. Not too rough though. You still want the formation of your curls. Then I let it air dry while I get ready for school. Once it's completely dry, it should be completely dry. I spray some oil to like the ends. This is to help with defrizzing. And that's my lazy girl routine. That's if you just don't want to do all of this because I know it's gonna be a lot. I'm about to show you a lot. Alright, now to the extra as freak hair routine in depth. I showered, I'm cold, my hair looks like an octopus, but it's completely wet. Remember when I said in the lazy girl routine that my hair was like just damp, not sopping wet? Well, this hair routine calls for very wet hair. It helps the curls form a lot easier, a lot more naturally. How wet your hair is setting up the outcome already. So if it's not completely wet, you're not gonna get the best out of your hair. This hair routine is just basically including all the stuff that I've been avoiding because I just dread the idea of them and doing them. Cause like I don't like a wet shirt. Okay, very wet hair. It's all, you can see the waves already. I haven't touched this out of the shower. I haven't patted it dry at all. I just squeezed it with my hand. Leave-in conditioner. Honestly, I don't go without it. Oh! Anyways, I don't go without it, honestly, because it makes my hair feel a lot more healthier. I usually do that much. So like this. I don't like the feeling of greasy hair. You just have to know how much your hair can take. I spread it around like the end parts, but then I work my way up. Not all the way to the root, but like close. Now curl cream. Honestly, this is just if you want to be extra, but it does help me. I do the same amount. Distribute, same way. Now this is important. This is the only time you can brush your hair. It's more preferable to use a wide tooth comb rather than like a brush. You kind of want your hair in like thicker pieces rather than thin. You should only comb it when wet because afterwards you are not going to be touching it at all. And I'll explain why later. Now the fun part. Mousse. From here, I like to part my hair in its natural parting. Also, if you know how to adjust cowlicks, please let me know because I have one that goes and I hate it so bad. Now I split my hair into two. I'm going to be doing mousse here, and then I'm going to flip over my head to do more mousse. Seems like a lot, but it's worth it. Honestly, my hair is like already not as wet as it needs to be. Trust. So I'm going to spray a little bit more. Alright. This is how much mousse I put on each half of my head. I usually say that's like about a baseball size amount. Put it in both hands. I gently coat the ends. I like to go up here. Don't neglect the upwards part of your hair. I just dropped some mousse. Now you're gonna do what's called prayer hands. You're gonna squeeze and pull down. Squeeze and pull down. Basically flattening your hair. And now I like to take it from the root and like just shake it a little. And you'll see the waves start to form. You don't want to force it right away or else it's gonna look wonky. You're gonna get bent waves. This happened to me before and it took me a while to figure out what I was doing wrong. Okay, now that you're done, you wanna still coax it and just cup your hand. You're not scrunching completely yet. Just cupping it and bringing it up. See how it's like forming already? You would not be able to do this if your hair was not wet enough. That's why you need your hair to be super wet. You see how it's piecing together in thick pieces? That's why you need to use a wide tooth comb. Now the scrunching. Listen. That's how wet it should be. Alright, first side done. Now I'm gonna do the second side. We're gonna roll our head upside down. Notice how I said roll. We're not gonna flip our hair abruptly or else it's just gonna disrupt the curl pattern. Now I only do a little bit of mousse here since like I've already put mousse in everything, but this is just for me to get the top layers and also the bottom layers that I've probably missed or like didn't focus on as much. That's the front part of the head. It just looks weird that I'm in this angle. Now scrunch. At this point forward, you gotta be careful with your hair, or else your hair will look wonky. Now we're gonna plot my hair, the newest addition to my routine. Never felt the need to do this, that's why I've never done it before until like 2 days ago. But once I realized it helps with the drying process a lot, I decided to try it out and I think it does help tremendously. Some people go straight to the diffuser, some people plop and then diffuse, but for me, I don't like drying my hair in general with the blow dryer. So this is an alternative way to dry your hair in a faster pace than diffusing. Diffusing is still the fastest way, but I still have like stuff to do like studying anyways after I shower, so like I can just let it air dry after plopping. Now I let it dry like this for like 10 to 15 minutes. It actually depends on the person and the hair type, but typically you don't want to do it for too long because otherwise it will get too dry and then it will dry wonky. Word of the day is wonky. 15 minutes are up, so I'm gonna take this off. It's very slowly. It's looking PC, it's looking very wild. This is the rest of my hair. It looked like I had short hair. Just don't touch it. You have wasted your entire time if you end up combing through it, if you end up messing around with it too much and then you lose its curl. It has to dry this way.
Hi, this is me from the future and I forgot to explain why we like when our hair is crunchy. It's called a cast, and when your hair solidifies like that, it helps with the drying process in which it keeps the curl pattern in shape as your hair dries up. Because usually water and gravity are gonna weigh it down, right? And it's gonna straighten hair as over time. So with the mousse, it helps keep its shape as it dries. People assume that once it gets crunchy, that's like the final product. No, you definitely will be decrunching it. You will definitely make it feel softer afterwards. But that's gonna be in the morning.
Up next is how I wear it to bed. I have a silk pillow, so that's definitely gonna help if you don't have a bonnet, but I also recently started using a bonnet.
and it helps a lot because I move around a lot when I sleep. I also have 2 silk scrunchies. I do what's called like the pineapple method. I basically bring my hair up and then like make a little bun up here so that it's just up and like not moving around. But I split it into 2. So there's a top layer and a bottom layer. It's kind of like a bun mohawk. Very carefully gather it on top of your head. Now I take a scrunchie. I just take the glob over. Now same thing on the bottom, like so. Silk bonnet, you just put everything over. And now you are one with the mushroom. You'll see in the morning that they're gonna be all wonky and stuff, but that's easily fixable. So now I sleep good night. It's the next morning. Oh. So it always looks like a mess in the morning. Just don't be scared. We will refresh it with water like usual. Oh, it's just ugly. I let down this hair first, and then I spray it. I'm gonna spray a lot. And like I don't rake it. I just press the water in since it needs a little help absorbing. First I cup it first and then I start scrunching it. If it doesn't look good before you put the top part down, that's fine. It's gonna form at some point. Now we put the top part down. It's completely flat. Messy, right? But that will be fixed later. And then with these, I'm gonna scrunch like on this side. Wait, probably need more. Okay, rolling back over. I'm gonna check with a mirror to see if this looks okay from the back. Now I have to fix the bang situation. It's so bad. I do this all the time in general because my bangs don't know how to sit right. So I sectioned it off. I'm spraying the bottom. And then I'm taking my Revlon and then passing it through. Hair prep done. Now I wait for this to dry again. It's just less water now while I get ready. I spent too much time getting ready, so I gotta rush now. The bangs go out. Oh, they're big today. It's very crunchy right now and it's pretty much dry. And we're gonna soften them up with oil. Rub it together, coat it a little bit, and then I start crunching them, breaking the cast. There's different ways with breaking the cast. For my hair, this is not enough. So I gotta do like clapping hands. And I shake the top of my head, not the ends, but just the top of my head. Oh, fluffy. But yeah, final product. Really shiny today. Bonus clip. I wanna see how my hair looks like without any product whatsoever or routine for fun, because I haven't done that in a while. So it's still quite wavy, but also because I have layers. It probably looks shiny now because I sleep with a silk pillow, but it's a bit frizzy. Thank you for watching, comment, like, and subscribe.